Hey guys, what's up? My name's Eric and I'm the Techy Agent, and today we're doing our first ever equipment review. Today we're taking a look at the Marcy Diamond Elite Workout Bench. Let's dive into the review. COVID was awful. I mean, it just totally threw off my workout schedule, my ability to go to the gym and work out. I mean, the gym that I was a member of basically closed down. And so that had a tremendous impact on my ability to work out and meet my fitness goals. So fortunately, I'm working a job now where they had a conference room that wasn't being used as a conference room. And so I asked if I would be able to build a gym that would be able to be used for all of the employees and staff members that work here. And so they gave me permission to do that. So I began to buy some equipment. And I don't make a lot of money, so I wanted to buy some equipment that wasn't incredibly expensive. And I began to kind of put together some stuff, and I thought, you know what, there's probably a lot of people out there that are interested in putting together a home gym, and there's a lot of trash, junk equipment out there that you can buy and really be disappointed in. And there's also some bargain equipment that, sure, it may not be the best equipment in the world, but it's certainly going to meet your needs. And so that's what I've kind of wanted to do here with this video and with some other reviews that I'm going to be doing here in the near future. I want to talk about some of the gym equipment that I was able to buy brand new on a budget, shipped to my door, most oftentimes shipped for free, and it didn't break the budget. I'm still able to, in the end, probably save money over the course of a year compared to what I was doing when I was paying for my gym membership. So yeah, if you have the space, the opportunity to build out a home gym, then this video might be for you, as well as some other videos that I'm going to be doing here in the very near future. So this is the Marcy Diamond Elite Workout Bench, and you can pick this up on Amazon for this price right here. And that's actually a pretty good bargain buy, and I'll tell you why. Because you get a bench that does a lot of different things. It's not just, for bench press. There's a lot of different workouts and capabilities that this bench offers. And so I want to go ahead and talk about those and highlight how you can literally, with this one piece of equipment here, get basically a full body workout. You can get an entire body workout with just this piece of equipment. There are certainly some other pieces of equipment in the gym that I'm going to be putting together and featuring in upcoming videos. But if I had just only one piece of equipment that I had to get stuck with, this would be the piece that I would choose because it's so versatile. There's so much you can do with it. And again, at a pretty bargain price point. I bought this off of Amazon. It was shipped to my door, and then I was able to have it built within a matter of probably about an hour and a half. So let's go ahead and dive in and look at the nitty-gritty about this piece of gym gear. So first of all, let's just talk about some of the limitations of this bench first, to make sure that it's going to suit your needs. Let's talk about the weight limits of this bench. So the total weight limit is actually 600 pounds worth of weight on the bench, meaning if you're a 300-pound individual and you're lifting 300 pounds, that's the limit of what they're saying this bench can hold or carry without, causing any sort of structural issues. Another limitation to be aware of is that regardless of how much you weigh, the maximum amount of weight that can be put on the bench itself in order to use as a bench press is listed as 300 pounds. Now, that sounds like a lot. That's a lot for most individuals, but once you start, to get up there in weight where you're hitting that 300 to maybe 350 pound range, you really start to push the limits of this bench and how much you can safely put on the bar before you could have a structural issue with the bench. So keep that in mind. That said, I actually think that threshold is probably, the actual threshold is probably a lot greater than what they're telling us, but they are listing the threshold as a maximum of 300 pounds on the bar. This is made by Marcy. Marcy is a budget brand. They're not a top-end brand, but they, make, budget equipment that is reasonably good for the price. In fact, this bench, the Marcy Diamond Elite, is a near perfect copy of a bench that was put out by Gold's Gym probably about 10 years ago. The reason why I know that is because I owned the Gold's Gym branded version of this bench and used it extensively in my short-lived MMA career. And I used that bench to get in tip-top shape. So I know the capabilities of this bench and what it can do physically for you. I was able to, get in lean, mean condition for my fights using pretty much nothing else other than this bench, a punching bag, and a pull-up bar. Now, above and beyond just using this bench to, do bench press, there's a lot of features. So I want to talk first of all about using this as a squat rack. You'll notice at the top that there are these brackets that allow you to put your barbell up top, throw some weights on it, and use this as a squat rack. And you have these nice, very dense, rubberized, padded, brackets that can be adjusted up a couple of inches or down a couple of inches in order to provide you with a squat rack so you can get in, that leg workout, free weights, squats. Excellent. Love that addition to the bench. You'll also have these adjustable brackets that allow you to adjust the height of where the bar sits while you're doing the bench press. So that way, if you're doing an overhead press or a declined press, you can adjust the bar up or down as needed. And while I don't recommend working out by yourself, there is kind of some built-in safety bars that are lower than where you kind of rack the weight. So that way, if the bar was to get, down on your chest and you were to get stuck with the weight on your chest, you have these bars that you can then kind of use to relieve some of that pressure of the weight just sitting on your chest if you're working out alone. Again, I don't recommend it, but they provide that there for you in case it was to ever be needed. The bench also has an adjustable metal cross member that can be adjusted on various brackets up or down in order to have the bench adjusted to various declined bench settings or inclined bench settings as you prefer. So again, I like the versatility of this bench. You can get a declined bench setting that feels great, an inclined bench setting that feels great, and I just really like how quickly and easily the bench is adjusted up and down, and it's a nice, solid, heavy metal bar that's not going to bend under the weight of whatever it is you're lifting. Another great feature that you don't see on a lot of budget bench setups is that this does have a separate seat compared to the back area of the bench. So you can adjust the seat up or down as well. And that's particularly helpful when you're adjusting the back to be like an inclined press. You might actually then want the seat to be a little bit back so that way you're not sliding off the seat. So it's a great bench that allows you a lot of just different customized positions of the backrest and the seat in order to just really get the most comfortable lifting experience. And the whole bench can be adjusted forward or backward as desired. Typically, in my experience, the setting for bench press, it's best when it's all the way kind of to the end of the bench, but then when you're doing an inclined press, that's where you might want to scoot the bench up more towards the bar, so that way when you're lifting the bar off of the mounts, you have a comfortable position to do so. You'll also notice here that the preacher curl pad can also be adjusted up or down. So again, if you're a tall person, you might want those pads elevated. If you're a shorter individual, you might want that to be lowered. And then the other thing is, if you're doing any sort of the leg exercises, you can just use that adjustment to remove that pad altogether, so that way you have access to the other parts of the machine in order to do leg curls and things like that. And I should mention that the curling station also then has a built-in mechanism then for adding those Olympic weights to the end of the machine in order for you to then use kind of that curling bar as part of the mechanism. So even if you don't have dumbbells to use, you're still able to get that bicep workout in without ever having to have individual dumbbells, which can be pretty expensive to purchase these days. Overall, the build quality of this bench does just feel very rugged and heavy duty. It's one of my biggest complaints about some of the cheaper budget benches are how flimsy they sometimes feel, how things move around and flex under a lot of weight. You don't really get that experience with this bench, with one exception. So the one exception is that the seat does have a little bit of play. It does move around a little bit. Not a lot, but it's just a little bit. And now the backrest of this whole bench is rock solid. It doesn't move or creak or flex at all, at least not for me, and I weigh over 200 pounds. So you can see here the backrest, as I'm trying to move it around, no flex, no issues at all with the backrest. It's rock solid. But again, as you saw with the seat, there's definitely some flex there. So just making you aware of that. Again, on a budget bench, you're likely to run into a little bit of that flex issue with something like this product at this price point. So for less than $300, you can get a curling station, you can get a leg curl and leg extension station, you can get a flat bench, a declined bench, an inclined bench, you get a squatting station. You just have so much available to you here for just a $300 price point. And in my opinion, it's the best bench that you can buy for less than $300. And really, this design isn't new. It's been around, like I said, for 10 years, and I still stick by it. I still think that in terms of benches that are out there, this design by Marcy is the best bench that you can buy for less than $300. Yes, there are some obvious limitations, but for what you're getting for $300, I really don't think you can do much better. Hey guys, thanks for watching. My name's Eric and I'm the Techy Agent. Hope you enjoyed this review. Let me know in the comments below if you have a differing opinion or questions about this product. I would love to have those conversations with you. My name is Eric and I'm the Techy Agent, and we'll catch you next time.